Okay, obviously a big win for us at home. Went down to the very end. A lot of adversity we faced. Our guys found a way to win. We knew that we were going to get their best effort. They had an off week when they played a 1AA team. We felt like they were a top 10 team preseason for a reason. They beat a good Georgia team. Now they beat another East Carolina team. So they're a very good team. Their coach is one of the better coaches to ever walk the sideline. I think everybody saw that tonight. With the fourth down calls and the onside kicks. And they did a lot of good things. But at the end of the day, our guys found a way to win. Defense didn't play their best, but at the very end they came through and kept them out of that last drive.
Questions?
Gus, how tough is it when you face a team and a coach that basically plays like there's nothing to lose? I mean, they kind of went for everything.
Yeah, well, they went for everything. They got just about everything. I mean, that was the hard thing. I mean, when they executed when they had to, and they did it time and time again. And that's the reason it was a close game. And that's the reason it went down to the end.
Talk about your decision to throw that slant route to Duke late in the game.
Yeah, I mean, we felt like we needed to try to win the game, and we were thinking about throwing on that last third down also, but they dropped back and all that, so we just tried to have a little sprint draw right there, hoping to pop it. We knew we'd at least make them burn their last timeout. We felt like we could punt down there, and they would have to drive the field without any timeout, so that was the thinking.
Guess how big of a spark would Ricardo lose tonight in the running game?
Yeah, that was good. Ricardo's a guy that did a good job with speed sweeps. Last year I think you brought that up the other day.
I did.
And I thought of you when he was running down the sideline. I really did.
That doesn't surprise me.
Gus Malzahn, you really shared the ball running the Rock, Cap, Corey, everybody kind of.
Yeah, Rock is a guy that's coming on, and we have a lot of confidence in him. And those three guys, I thought, did a very good job. I thought our quarterback played extremely well in the read zone. He was very efficient with his passing. He had a big-time night.
Just thought about the offensive line. You had some shuffling and some things.
Yeah, our offensive line, I thought, did a very good job. We went into this thing, feeling like that we needed to run the ball. We thought we could have some success with the read zone. Which we did, especially early. We mixed in some gap game. I thought our offensive line, just looking up the sideline, played well.
How much tonight was Spurrier being Spurrier, or just the defense not playing at 100?
Well, I mean, you give them credit, but obviously we didn't play our best on defense. We made some mistakes. I think they went for and fourth down a whole lot, and there wasn't a whole lot of stops right there. But at the end, they came away and found a way to keep him out of the end zone at the end.
Gus, Brandon Falls has one of the bigger games of his career. Was that by design, or was that the defense not?
Yeah, Brandon's been a factor up to this point, but that's what they were giving us. They were rolling extra safety down, and we caught him on a wheel route. I think we hit Sammy earlier, and we saw that he came open, so we came back and checked that. And, he had a good touchdown catch too. He's a guy that, similar to Jay last year, we had thrown a lot to, and sometimes he gets lost.
Was that something you saw kind of in the off-week evaluations that you need to take advantage of?
Yeah, there was a lot of different things that we saw. That was one of them.
You mentioned Nick. Does he belong in that conversation with the best players in college football right now?
He's pretty good. I don't know about everybody else, but he's pretty good. He played extremely well tonight. And, he's got a pretty good record, starting record too, the last 2 years. And you look at how many ranked opponents he played. And he's probably played as many or more than any of his other quarterbacks everybody talks about.
Obviously, Coach Spurrier had a couple of trick plays in his basket, but you brought out a couple of wrinkles, the pass to Jonathan Wallace, or from Jonathan Wallace to Nick. You kind of talk about the decision you had.
Yeah, they were playing man-to-man. That's a play that we've had, up and running probably the last month, and we probably repped it, 50 times, so we felt pretty confident. We got the look that we wanted, and that was a big, third down play. I think it was third down and 9, something like that.
Because when a guy has 5 touchdowns against your defense passing, how concerning is it in the week ahead when they have that kind of production?
Well, obviously we didn't play our best defensively, there's no doubt. They had something to do with it, but, we've got to get ready for next week. Our defense has played well up to this point, and, we'll correct it. And, get better.
This was obviously the first game of the 8-man crew. Just kind of what you see from it today. Obviously, you were angry at some calls it looked like, especially in that third quarter. What was your reaction to the 8-man crew?
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't like any other crew, really.
Jonathan Jones tonight there in the red zone.
Big time play. That was one of the plays of the game. I mean, you know, we knew they were just going to keep going for it. They weren't punting, they weren't kicking field goals, and we knew it. They knew it. Everybody knew it. And he made probably the play of the game in the end zone right there.
What were you thinking, just as a play caller yourself, seeing Spurrier going for it on 4th down every time? Would you ever do something like that?
They made it just about every time. I mean, it's frustrating to be on the other sideline, but like I said, I mean, he's one of the best to ever walk the sideline. I mean, when you go against a guy like that, and you go in his A game, and it's tough.
Because we talked a lot about the first downs last week and how you guys evaluated that in the off week. Early on, at least, the play calling was very heavy towards the run, which is kind of always what you do, really towards the run, proportionally speaking. What did you see in the off week? Did you see that you had to do that kind of thing on first?
Well, each game that you play, I mean, you try to strategically figure out the best plan. And we felt like, the last game we had a lot of 3rd and 9s, and so we felt like we needed to get in those situations where, it's 2nd down and medium, it's 3rd and short, and so that was just part of the plan. And like I said earlier, I mean, our plan was to run some zone read, gap them up every now and then too.